Have you ever looked around and wondered why everyone else seems to have a huge social circle while you only have one or two people you truly trust, or maybe none at all? Most people immediately assume that having few friends means something is wrong with you, that you're awkward, antisocial, or simply bad with people. But psychology paints a much more interesting picture. In many cases, people with very small social circles aren't avoiding relationships because they can't make friends. They're selective about who they allow into their lives. If that's you, there's a good chance you'll recognize yourself in these 5 rare traits. Let's see how many apply to you. Number 1, you observe people before you trust them. While most people are busy trying to make a good first impression, you're quietly paying attention. You notice how someone treats people who can't offer them anything. You remember little inconsistencies in what they say. You watch how they react when things don't go their way. You don't believe that someone's true character appears in the first conversation. You believe it shows up over time. Because of that, you rarely rush into friendships. Some people mistake this for being distant, but for you, trust isn't given automatically. It's earned through consistent actions, not words. And that leads naturally to the second trait. Number 2, you need more personal space than most people. After spending hours around people, many feel energized. You often feel the opposite. Even if you enjoy the company, too much social interaction can become mentally exhausting. Being alone isn't something you try to escape, it's how your brain resets. That doesn't mean you dislike people, it simply means your brain recovers differently. And because you value your own space so much, you're also careful about who gets access to it. But the next trait is where things become even more interesting. Number 3, you'd rather have one real friend than 10 casual ones. Some people collect friendships, you build them. You don't care much about having a large contact list or constantly being surrounded by people. What matters is whether someone is genuine. If a friendship feels fake, forced, or one-sided, you'd rather walk away than pretend everything is fine. To some people, that looks lonely. To you, it feels peaceful, because quality has always mattered more than quantity. Now, here's something many people don't realize about themselves. Number 4, you prefer deep conversations over small talk. Not every conversation feels meaningful to you. You can talk about the weather, celebrities, or what happened over the weekend, but after a few minutes, it starts to feel empty. What really keeps your attention are conversations that make you think, ideas, perspectives, human behavior, the reasons people do what they do. You enjoy talking with someone who isn't afraid to be honest, curious, or even vulnerable. That's one reason you don't connect with people very often. It's not because you're bad at socializing, it's because you rarely feel mentally engaged by surface-level conversations. When you do meet someone who enjoys going deeper, hours can pass without either of you noticing, and those are usually the friendships that last. Which brings us to the final trait. Number 5, being alone doesn't automatically make you lonely. There's an important difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Many people confuse the two. You can enjoy a quiet weekend, spend time on your own, and still feel completely fulfilled, because your happiness isn't always dependent on constant social interaction. Of course, everyone needs meaningful human connection, but meaningful doesn't always mean frequent. Sometimes one honest conversation is worth more than 100 shallow ones. So if you found yourself relating to most of these traits, it doesn't necessarily mean you're antisocial. It may simply mean you choose depth over popularity, trust over convenience, and genuine connection over constant company. So how many of these traits described you? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious which one felt the most accurate. And if you enjoy psychology that helps you understand yourself and the people around you, subscribe and join us for the next video. You might discover something about yourself that you've never noticed before.